Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jag, and you're watching RC Adventures NT. All right, guys. So we've got a real quick one today. As you know, if you've watched any of my videos, a few videos back, I did an unboxing and review of the Low-C Micro B buggy. And at that point, I mentioned that we are starting to do a little small-scale race series in Darwin, just the boys and a few guys from the club. So today we're going to have our first semi-official meet of the Darwin Small-Scale Racing Club. That's not what it's called. I just made that up, but it actually sounds pretty good if you ask me. But anyway, what am I going to be racing? Well, I've been waiting to unbox this for ages. And here we go, folks. I have myself the Mini Z, the Skyline GTR Hakosuka. All right, folks, let's open it up, have a quick look, put some batteries in it, and then head over to Jack's place where he's set up a truck for us to race, and we'll see how these go. I think some of the other cars we're going to see there'll be a couple of Micro Bs, but a few Mini Zs. Excited to see what bodies the other boys have got. So let's get this one out and let's have a look. So before we open up, have a look, I'll do it properly. We'll have a look at the box art and information that we're given. This is a rear-wheel drive. Now, the specifications I was given when we were all buying the Mini Zs were rear-wheel drive and the MR04 model. Now, a couple of boys have got the MR03s because they preferred the bodies, but I don't think there's a whole lot of difference. But anyway, you can see on the back, there's a whole heap of information there. If you're interested in any of that, you can pause that and have a look. But yeah, basically, they're designed to be, sort of a first RC car for people. But given the sort of cult following these things have seemed to have developed over the last 6 to 12 months, I think it's more big boys playing with these than little ones. But anyway, let's get it out and have a look. I'm so keen to see this in the hand. All right. I love how the packaging displays the vehicle like that. Really gives you a good idea of what you're getting before you buy. Now, cost-wise, these aren't cheap, in my opinion. I think this one was about just over $300 Aussie shipped, which is pretty pricey for something so small. And really, it's pretty specific. Like, you can't just chuck this in your bag when you're going out bashing with the boys or trailing or anything like that. It's pretty much specifically set up for purpose-built racetracks. But doesn't matter. We've got one, so we can deal with that. All right, let me just get this guy out of its little cradle. All right. Screws. Whoa. Look at the scale detail on that. That is so stunning. Let's see what else we get in the box. We get instruction manual. I will actually be having a look through this because I think there's a fair bit of tinkering around that we can do with these cars. So I'll keep that one on hand for later. And down here, I'm assuming, all right. Oh, it comes with some little, that's pretty cool. Comes with some little traffic cones there. So you can set up a little racetrack in your lounge room or whatever. We've got a whole heap of spares. Not really sure what they're all for, but I will put a little description up there what that's for. And then we have the transmitter. Oh, it's a nice transmitter actually. You can see there, it's quite chunky. It's very skinny. Fits in the hand all right. Yeah, okay. So it's got some your usual controls, throttle, steering. Technically, the box stock racing version of this, I think, is you throttle at 50%. But we'll work that out today when we go to the track and see what the boys say. Now, the car itself, actually, you know what? Let's take a deep breath. Let's have a look at this car. All right, folks. So we can see by this beautiful little scale model, as I said before, fully licensed. One thing I forgot to say was the wheels are licensed Watanabe wheels. So this is full legit. This car is actually one of my favorites. First produced in 1968. It's the grandfather of all Skyline GTRs. First produced as a Datsun. And then in 1971 was the first time they released this version, the two-door, fully spec'd, race ready from the factory. Just amazing vehicle. An inline straight six, which back in those days for something of this size was almost unheard of. So doubtless to say, this is the one that I think was the precursor to the title of Godzilla. It went on to dominate motor racing for the next couple of decades, at one stage winning 33 consecutive races in Japan when it was first released. Anyway, enough info about the car. Let's open it up and have a look. Now, it runs on AAA batteries, both the car and the transmitter. And as far as I know, you just take it out. Oh, I don't want to hurt it. There you go. All right, so there's the beautiful body. And then you've got the little beast itself. Man, those wheels are so cool. As you can see, it's got rear suspension up here. One of the first mods that people do make are these T-plates here. And I think we've got some coming courtesy of our good friend NT Jack. He's ordered a whole heap of parts for these, so we can all get into it and get into the racing. I know you can get carbon fiber ones, but basically that's helps the or aids the suspension. The front has little suspension, little shocks. This is so cool. Okay, sorry, I'm getting carried away. All right, so basically inside there's not much to it. You've got some plugs there available for lighting kits and everything like that. You've got a digital servo, ESC receiver. Oh, look, you know what? Enough talk. I just want to go and race this. All right, let's put some batteries in it and let's head over to Jack's place. Alrighty, so for the batteries, guys, I'm just using some cheapo AAA. So the car takes 4 AAAs and the the transmitter takes 4 AAAs as well. A few of the boys have experimented with rechargeables, and I'm basically going to let them suss it out, see which ones are the best and best suited for me before I commit, and then I'll opt for the rechargeable route as well. But for now, the Bunnings cheapos will do fine. Now, the batteries, okay, so that comes off. Okay, so I can already tell just by trying to get the batteries in this guy that I am going to struggle working on this thing because it is tiny. It is absolutely tiny. That doesn't look right, does it? There you go. So the little on-off switch is just under there. It's pretty fiddly. But let's get this back on. That's better. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, let's get some batteries in the receiver. Transmitter. I know I always call it a receiver. Sorry, guys. Newbie here. I'm really excited for the year that's 2026 and what it's going to bring us all. Hopefully some peace in the world, things settle down a little bit and everyone just takes a deep breath, and yeah, more people should play with RC cars. Imagine if the leaders of warring countries would just sit down in a room and race minis or take a couple of bashes out to the skate park, and they'd be smiling in 10 minutes, and you know what? Things get resolved when you're happy. All right, so okay, it's on. Okay, on. Let's turn the car on. Whoa, that's a... Woo! So you can see you've got full proportional steering, proportional throttle. Actually, a little light kit would be pretty mad with this, especially if I can get yellow bulbs. Yeah. All right, guys. So that was awesome. Final impressions. I am sold. I buy into these things. I was a little bit skeptical to start with, but I had so much fun racing this afternoon, and I know the other boys did as well. Um, Jack, thank you so much for setting up that track and opening your house for us to come and have such a ripper time. be prepared to be kicking us out a fair bit, because I think we all sort of caught the bug today. I did lose my front bumper, but that's okay. That's racing. Really love the way this thing handled. It was good to see the different cars, all Mini Zs, but the different types handled differently. I love the racing aspect of it. You know, it took time for the tires to warm up. The track had to warm up. The lines and everything you take is all very even. And then we threw in a couple of other 128 cars in there as well. You saw the Micro B, which was Errol's, and we also saw the little Fox 128 short course truck from Team Associated, and I will be doing an unboxing and a review on that car very soon. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe, share, tell people about these videos. Let people know what we're doing up here in Darwin, because we are pretty far out of the way, but we've got such a great RC community up here. All the people involved are amazing, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. So thank you, folks. Happy RC, and see you next video.